Episode 110. Dario told Evelyn. How did Dario Foster have so much power? Even the mayor of Washington wouldn't be able to get Bruce Stevens and Tyler Winslet arrested like that.
You don't believe me? You can watch the news and see. Mr. Foster told me not to say anything. Don't tell him I told you.
Tony had come a few minutes late yesterday to check on Jade, and Dario Foster's face had been so fierce that he looked like he was going to eat someone. Tony felt a chill in his heart, then and now. Jade didn't believe it, but Tony took out his phone and let her see the headlines that popped up today. She was stunned. Is this all because of Mr. Foster? She pointed at the familiar people on the screen, trembling. Tony nodded.
Yes, all of it. Although, actually, I think David Swan was responsible for the naked fat guy. Mr. Foster was really scary yesterday, to be honest. I've never seen him so angry because of a woman.
Jade pressed her hand against her breastbone. Her heart was beating very fast.
Tony? The woman you're talking about, is it me?
Tony's eyes widened in disbelief.
How many Jade Winslets can there be?
Did she really not understand? Jade didn't say anything else. It was as if a warm current was slowly spreading outward from her heart to every corner of her body, dispersing her sadness. So he did have feelings for her, strong ones, and she thought he'd had for another woman. She felt foolish. Tony took out a black bag and handed it to her.
Lucas asked me to give this back to you. He said he took it from your cousin, Tyler. Did Mr. Foster give you the phone inside?
Jade clutched the bag like a priceless treasure for a moment before opening it. Her phone was there. Only then did she heave a sigh of relief. Thank you. This is Mr. Foster's first gift to me. I'm so lucky I didn't lose it. In her joy at finding the phone, she didn't notice Tony's grave expression, as though losing her phone would be an utter catastrophe. Yesterday, when Tyler was tying Jade up, he wanted to take her money and phone, especially after finding out the phone was very valuable. If not for Bruce's sudden appearance, which angered the fat man named Tom Bergstrom and made Tyler have to come out to apologize, Tyler wouldn't have gone to that bar. He would have taken the money and been long gone. It was because of that phone that Dario Foster became suspicious. His call to Jade went straight to voicemail. Next, he called the hospital, only to be told that she had left. He calculated the time. If she had really left, she would have gotten home already. In the end, Dario checked the surveillance footage of the hospital entrance. He saw Jade get kidnapped and used her phone to locate her. But the person he found was Tyler Winslet. Dario interrogated Tyler, who confessed that he'd sold Jade. Luckily, Dario got there in time, before Tyler made a worse mistake. Still relieved that nothing had happened to her first gift from Dario, Jade had a sudden thought. Tony, how is Mr. Foster so powerful? Yesterday he found me so fast. How did he even guess something had happened to me? Tony stole a glance at the phone.
I don't know either,
he said awkwardly. Jade followed his glance, wondering. No matter how powerful Dario Foster was, surely he couldn't find out which room she was in, right? Unless...
Tony,
Jade exclaimed, does this phone have software that can track its location? Tony was afraid he would say something wrong, so he changed the subject.
You had a rough night, and you're probably still feeling the effects of that wine they drugged. I'll prescribe some medicine to help you recover. Take care of yourself.
He left without waiting for Jade to say goodbye. On the balcony of the apartment, David Swan fixed Dario with a stern expression.
Dario, you didn't go to Evelyn's performance yesterday. She's mad and Monica is pissed.
Dario said lightly.
Does it have anything to do with me? Evelyn has liked you since we were growing up.
There was a trace of jealousy in David's voice.
If you're not into her, you have to tell her.
With a slight grimace, Dario looked at David for a long time. Then he said,
I know.
He took out his phone and dialed. When Evelyn received the call, she freaked out.
Oh my God, Dario actually called me. What should I do? What should I say?
Evelyn happily hugged the phone to her chest. Did Dario feel guilty about missing her performance? Was he going to apologize? She put on a haughty expression and regarded the ringing phone. I knew you couldn't stay away. You've been a naughty boy, but because you took the initiative to call me, I guess I can forgive you. She answered the phone. On the other end, a cold voice said,
I'm already married.
Evelyn's heart lurched.
What? Dario, what are you talking about?
She must have misheard him.
I love my wife very much. That's all."
He hung up the phone. Dario looked at David indifferently.
"Are you satisfied?" "What?"
David was stunned. This was the first time he'd heard Dario say the word love. He knew his friend was swift and decisive, but not like this. Dario's expression was unreadable. He thought his words were obvious enough. David looked at Dario in disbelief.
"Dario, you haven't actually fallen in love with her, have you?"
David had always thought Dario would never fall in love.